Hey gang, Jesse from Fulla Strength and Conditioning here with tip 88 of my 90 fitness tips in 90 days. It's been an absolute pleasure giving you these tips on a daily basis. Oh, just going to try and set this up so it's not going to fall over. Right, so today's tip, guys, it's about what training style or training split that you should use. So there's a number of different training styles you can do. You can do whole body training, you can do upper lower splits, you can do your 3-day split, your 4-day split, your 5, 6, 7-day splits, you can do CrossFit style workouts, you can do a ton of different stuff. Now, before you even pick one of those different training styles or methods, what you need to do is assess how many days currently can you actually dedicate to exercise. Now, the reason that you have to address this first is because if you don't, so let's just say, for example, let's go on a wild sort of setting. You want to do a 7-day training split, 7 days. If you can't train 7 days, that program is pointless. It is absolutely worthless. Now, let's say you establish 4 training days a week. Let's say you can train 4 days a week. Let's say it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and the rest are recovery or off days. This is going to be very dependent on your goals. Let's just say, for example, let's just say my goal is to put on muscle mass. There's a couple of different ways that I can train now. I could do upper lower. So that means one day, let's say Monday, I train upper body. You know, it's International Chest Day. We do upper body, then I do lower body. Then I have a rest day, and then I repeat that cycle. Upper body, lower body, or vice versa. So that's one training style. So the 2 keys to at least get started, guys, is assess how many days can you actually train per week. Answer that first. Second question, what are you actually training for? Do you want to lose body fat? Do you want to increase your strength? Are you training for sport? Are you training for mobility and longevity? Once you can answer all of those questions, you're going to be in a much better position to actually answer that question. Then you have to actually run through what training style you're doing, and it's going to come back to your specific goals. So let's say, for example, you want to lose 5 or 10 kilos. You will need to do a fat loss style program. So that means it's going to be resistance based, so lifting weights. It's going to mean you're going to do some form of metabolic conditioning, something to get the ticker going, get the heart rate going up and down, those interval style training. And it means that you're going to need to obviously watch what you do in terms of nutrition. So you can't out-train a bad diet, period. Doesn't matter what your goals are, you cannot out-train it. And then you can assess, what you like doing, what you don't like doing. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of overlap there. And obviously, you're going to have to work around any limitations, injuries, or equipment that you have as well. And that's something a lot of people don't take into consideration. So I've got a gym at home. Okay, but in saying that, I can't do everything that I want or need because I don't have everything. Now, I take that into consideration because, I haven't had to pay for a gym membership since I was 16. I've been working in the industry. I have access to a gym. I have dumbbells, kettlebells, ropes. I have a gym at home, like I said, but if I want to deadlift heavy, I don't have enough weight. Yes, I know I can add bands, change the tempo, change sets and reps, but for my goal of increasing strength, it's not ideal all the time. Does that all make sense so far? Okay, I know we've covered a lot, but that's the thing. You've got to look into that whole spectrum of what you're doing, what you want to get out of it, and what you have available to you. It's not a one-dimensional approach to writing a training program or deciding what type of training or training split you should even do. Then you have to take into consideration your training age. So that's how long you've actually been training for. Have you been training for 1 year? If the answer is yes, you have a training age of 1. I personally have been training since I'm 16, so I have a training age of 9. Okay, so that's quite high. Been playing sport before that, but in terms of actually lifting and doing resistance-based training, it's 9 years. Okay? If it doesn't make sense, guys, please put a comment down below. I want to make sure this all makes sense. You understand where I'm coming from. Once you've got all of that information, then you can decide what you want to do. You can train whole body. If you do train whole body, I would recommend having a day off in between. So it'd be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, something along those lines. Whole body training can be super effective as long as your training's not the same each and every time and each and every week. It needs to be varied. Use dumbbells. one day. Perhaps use kettlebells another. Perhaps use barbells. Maybe even use some body weight for one session. So those are the nuts and bolts. Then you can establish, you know, what you actually need to work on. Do you have any specific weaknesses or areas that need improvement? Perhaps it's postural issues. Perhaps it's activating certain muscles. It might be your glutes aren't working to the right level. You need to get them switching on. Perhaps your upper back needs to be strengthened because you're always sitting in this forward position and we need to open you up. Okay? So those are a few considerations to take into account, guys. It's not to say you need to get to the level where I am in terms of coaching and prescribing your own exercises. But if you do things on your own, those are things you need to really take into consideration. What are my goals? How often can I train? Do I have any limitations? What equipment do I have? Once you've gathered those big pieces of information, you're going to be left with pretty much a good little platform and a shell to actually create a program from. Then you can decide whole body program, upper lower splits, dissecting different movement patterns. So once again, let's say it's a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. You may choose to go push, pull, rest, hinge, squat. Something along those lines, or you may decide to do it in a traditional sense. International Chest Monday, I'll do my bench press, do my push-ups, I'll do some more bench press, and do sort of what everyone else does. That's cool as well, as long as it gets results for you and what you're after. That's the end product, that's the end game really, just to make sure you get results. So that's it, guys. Do a little bit of trial and error as well, and reassess if you've done stuff in the past, or maybe you've had a program from a trainer in the past, or you've seen some recommendations. Give it a try. That's the only way you're really going to know if it's effective or not, is by trial and error. And now I'm not referring to one single session, I'm referring to a period of 4 to 8 weeks. More inclined to sort of that 6 to 8 week period where you actually give the program a chance, you work at it really hard, you put all your eggs into that one basket, you apply yourself, and then you make an educated decision from there. Did it work? Did it not work? What can I learn from it? Where do I go from here? That's it, guys. Tip 88, done and dusted. Couple more coming at you. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it one of these. All right, share the love, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for tip 89. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.